Hey, how's it going, guys? For today's video, we're returning back with episode 4 of Budget Ballers. That being said, we don't necessarily have any adjustments to our lineup today. Everyone's either up on inside edge or, again, I'm using Zach Kozar because look at his stats. He's been absolutely amazing for me. You may not see it because my face is in the way, but a 667 average with a slugging of 1,889 in just 5 games. The lineup for today will be Acuna in left, Springer in center, Cody Bellinger in right, Chipper Jones at third, Kozar at short, Kinsler at second, Travis Hafner at first, and Gary Sanchez behind home plate. The only real adjustment that we did end up making in our lineup is we moved Zach Kozar up into the 7th spot because, again, even though he's hitting really well for me, the only person that I can justify so far moving him ahead of is George Springer. So far on this account, we are 15-0, hitting 466 with an on base of 477, slugging over 1,000. Obviously, the fielding could be a little bit better, but when you're using a budget team, that's usually where you take the hit. It's that defense. While we're searching for a game, I do want to say that I have partnered up with Proozy, and as I said before, they are like a Costco, but better. They sell apparel, sports apparel, watches, clothes, pretty much anything that you could think of that is even remotely close towards any type of sport, even golf clubs. Go ahead and check them out. The link will be in the description down below. Our first game of today, we're playing the Ole Miss Rebels, Minor 28. He's got his cap leading off, Alomar, Tony Gwynn. Alright, so we are actually playing a team that is far superior than mine, and we're only rated 488. So again, when I address these arguments of your team's not a budget squad, look at his. We're in rating 488 and his team smokes mine. So we are 15-0 and he is 228 and 219. Jesus. He has Marichal on the mound, and of course we always will have Ronald Acuna leading off because he's got that little bit of speed and pop. Game is a tad bit laggy. We did get underneath that one for sure. This is going to be out number 1, deep fly out to center field. So far, Kinsler has not had a hot start, but I think that's only through 2 or 3 games. I'm pretty sure at some point he is going to turn it around. Kinsler, please tell me you got all of that. No way we got underneath it. Honestly, even with my budget team, I can't wait till we get to a little bit higher of a difficulty because the PCI size is still just too big. Alright. Well, that was supposed to be a full swing, but we end up doing it like every episode of Budget Squads. I don't understand why the budget team just can't swing the bat. On the mound for us today, we have the 87 David Price from the Rays. I do not think we're going to be able to get to that one. Nope, we are way too slow. We're going to go ahead and try and jam them up and in with that 4-seam. Hard is living hell to pitch because, again, every time I move that analog up, it starts lagging. So we might be giving up quite a few big hits, meaning home runs. We're just not going to be able to control in this game. 1-2, the count. We're going to throw that changeup. That's going to be a great pitch. But honestly, that is just a good hit going the other way. He finally showed that he was going to sit back on an off-speed because the whole at-bat, he was well out in front of everything. Going to throw that cutter away. Thankfully, he was actually, at least timing-wise, he was definitely on it, but I'm assuming his PCI was well underneath it. Not looking forward to this at-bat at all. Facing Frank Thomas. And what a play by Kozar. That is exactly why we use him at short. He's got a great glove as he is a gold fielder, and he's also got an amazing bat. Let's go ahead and turn this around. We only saw 4 pitches in the first inning. It is something that I'm working on these lower difficulties, is being patient, making sure I still get good pitches to hit. And we are well out in front. Chipper drives it the other way, but did he get all of it? It is off the top of the wall and actually comes back and stays in play. So we got ourselves a 1-out double with Chipper Jones. Got to make sure we put up some runs very early on, not only because he has a really good team, but I just kind of hope he ends up leaving. This connection is tier 1 dog meat, and that is all just a line out, and we actually might even get hosed at third if we don't get down properly. Alright, so we do advance our runner to third. Doesn't really do a whole lot for us. Kozar hits it hard just like Cody Bellinger and just like the batter before him, but it does not find a hole. So we do not score this inning, but hey, at least we got our timing down at least a little bit. First pitch to Dookie Poopy. We're going to throw that cutter away. Next pitch, we're going to go ahead and try and throw that 2-seam inside, although it does not have the greatest break, but it does the trick. Gary Sanchez better come up throwing. We do get him out at first. No infield hits this time around. Two-seam away, and by that I mean right over the heart of the plate. David Price on the 0-1 count misses the cutter, and I knew it because if he was late on the fastball and I missed that over the plate, that was exactly what was going to happen. All right, well, at least this time around the two-seam shows that it's going to have movement, and we do jam him maybe a tad. Even then, maybe he might have had good timing. Either way, it's a base hit up the middle. Throw that knuckle curve low and in. Get himself a line out just like what we've been suffering through. 2 on the count. We're just going to throw a get me over change up. That is exactly why I just wanted to throw the get me over. He's clearly setting fastball. So 2-2, we're going to go to the same exact pitch. Get a weak pop up just simply because that was his pitcher. So we only end up giving 1 run. But we do need to get some runs here for ourselves as well. Springer does what like most of our outs have been so far. Another line out to center field. Can only do so much. At some point they will all fall. David Price gets himself a base hit up the middle. Having someone with reduced power seems to always be the trick if you're lining out. Cunha gets it down the line, but that is simply just going to be a single because with 4 speed, he is not going to advance to third. So Cunha is held up at first. First and second, 1 down. And I don't understand what I just did right there. My timing was absolutely awful. Hafner, of course, hits it hard right to Frank Thomas. So again, we find ourselves hitting the ball hard. Nothing really doing for us in that inning. Let's try and keep it down to 1 run. Now we're going to go ahead and throw this 4-seam well out of the zone. And still end up letting him hit it really hard. But thankfully, Ian Kinsler with the gold defense as well. Out number 1. We've done this multiple times. I think he understands it. And I will stand corrected. We give up a late hit. We're just going to go ahead. I didn't think he was going to be stupid enough to go home. But got to understand your opponent. He was 228 and 219. I usually think people's IQs are a little bit better than that. But stupidity works sometimes. All right, so we are now down 2-0 and give up another early home run. Thankfully, we get him to line out there. We are now down 3-0. We need our lineouts to fall. We need them to find some holes. No more lineouts. And first pitch swinging. I'm impatient. Chipper gets all of that one this time. This one is not going to be off the wall for a double. So we now get our first run. It is now 3-1. All right, we're going back to back. Cody wants in on the party as well. It is now 3-2 on the absolute bomb by Cody B. Only down by 1 now. Screw it, Cozart. Everyone's starting to get their hits to land. And by that, I mean outside of the park. It is now your turn. Make it back to back to back. Cozart kind of weakly lines out. All right, so that is out number 2. That is going to bring up our pitcher. Actually, no, it brings up George Springer. And we are... God, this connection, man. Really wish earlier in the game we scored because hopefully we would have gotten him to rage quit. Seems like the opponent that would. But so far, not so lucky. With the amount of righties our opponent has in his lineup, this might be the last inning for David Price. If he gets through it cleanly, if he ends up getting racked a little bit, he will come out. But he is going to be our first batter next inning. He will be taken out. 1-2 the count. He is sitting dead red fastball and cutter. And how in the actual hell does anyone ever make contact like that? So I guess we'll just give him what he wants. And it ends up jamming him, but just like some of his other hits, those will be the ones that get the hit. 1-1 the count. We're going to go and throw that cutter inside. Jam him yet again. Hopefully Springer can hose him at third. It looks like he's safe. We are just not getting the game to go our way just yet. Like I said, we've had quite a few lineouts, and the hits that we are giving up are absolutely just awful. But it looks like we got bailed out because you do a suicide squeeze. I hope that's what happens to you every time. Like I said, that is going to be David Price's last inning. We're going to bring out Joey Gallo. Joey Gallo, take him to the gallows. We need that extra run here. And Joey Gallo doesn't really get a hold of it, but he ends up choking big time. We get ourselves, I'm assuming that's going to count as an error. And it actually counts as a hit. Okay, so we got ourselves a man on first. Acuna gets all of that one. That's exactly why you lead off. 88 speed, but with the random pop and somebody gets on in front of you, that's exactly what we needed. We are now up by 1 run. All right, Kinsler, you have been god awful. You got to turn it around for us, please. Kinsler gets a base hit up the middle. Finally gets his luck to turn around. We now have a man on first, and if I'm not mistaken, we still have no outs. And God, I am so impatient. Let's go ahead and try and lock him up with that slurve. Another late hit. Jesus Christ. I've given up more late hits than I have actual hits. Thank God we get ourselves an infield pop fly that's going to make sure that a runner doesn't advance. I think this at-bat, he is going to be going. Read him like a book. Get him to line out into double play. It makes up for that hit, okay? It makes up for that hit. I'll take it. All right, Chipper, we need you again, bud. We need you again. And, of course, Frank Thomas is an amazing fielder, gold glover since day one, since he entered the league. What's going to happen? Cody Bellinger gets himself yet again another home run. That is now home run number 2 on the day. And I cannot tell what is going on. The lag is coming back. But what that is going to be is a double. We're going to go ahead and slide into second with 44 speed. Get that double either way. And that's going to bring up George Springer. And if Osuna comes up, he will be coming out. And we will go to our bench. 3-1 the count. He's a little nervous. He's a little nervous. We didn't swing. Don't give it to me, Blue. All right. We got ball 4. First and second. 1 down. We're going to bring up Matt Olson, the sweetest lefty swing in the game. Sort of. Not necessarily. He does have a great swing, though. And that great swing almost went into a double play. We got to be patient. 3-1. He's nervous. He's a little nervous. And we swung on ball 4, so I'm an idiot. And because I am an absolute idiot, like I've shown all game, we swung at ball 4, and that cost us a double play. So instead of bases loaded, 1 out, we again ruin a great inning. Go inside on Frank Thomas. Let's go. Travis Hafner is another defensive genius, defensive wizard. This is probably a dangerous pitch, but it does end up working out. So we're going to go ahead and back that up with a low and in changeup just a tad out of the zone. And that ends up being a great pitch. And Jesus, what a small bar Rodney has as his fielding, a 5. We're going to go right back to hanging it. And Cozart this time around can't make another great play. So we end up giving up a base hit. Back this up with his changeup. Come on. Changeup. And Cozart's got the range again. Thank God we ended up going with Cozart today and not Story, because I don't know if Story's defense would be able to hold up. Acuna drives it the other way. We got ourselves another leadoff hit. Will this be a double, though? That plays so well off the wall. I had to return him back to first. We would have been hosed that second, no doubt. Kinsler is going to do, I already know that's a line out, isn't it? Or is that getting down? It's getting down. Oh, my God. The lag might have pushed that ball down. That is all lag. All right, Hafner, you've been really disappointing so far in this game. Right now is your time to shine, and you'll have men on second and third with no outs. So even just driving to the outfield will be exactly what we need right now. Hafner goes ahead and smokes it through the hole. Can you please end up going to third? And we are safe. Oh my God, I thought we were hosed. I have no idea why his third baseman wasn't covering. I also have no idea why our runner was going back to second. So many questions that this game has yet to fix and also answer. But who is going to answer the call right now? Gary Sanchez is going to go ahead, and we're going to try and push this man over to third as well. 36 speed, got to get down. So second and third, the offense is finally coming through. The score is now 7-3. At minimum, these 2 runs that are on second and third need to come in and score. Dave Robertson only has a cutter, curveball, changeup, so pretty much everything's going to be slow. I'll go ahead and take that. That is kind of getting the job done. It's not a base hit. It doesn't move over the man from second, but it does get in that run. Cody ends up, finally, Frank doesn't make a good play. That's what I love to see. Cozart, please tell me that is deep enough. I don't think that's gone. but that should be deep enough. Yes, that is Ichiro, but 31 speed, that deep should get the run in. So we did get our goal and achievement that we wanted this inning. We now extended the lead to 9-3. Springer, please tell me you got all of that one. I think we were just a tad underneath it. Wow, it looked like we were all over it, but then the way it left the bat, just missed it. 2-2 count. We're going to throw this two-seam, hopefully jam him, and it does just that. Routine fly ball to Travis Hafner. Out number 1. So he has the GOAT as well, Travis Hafner. And Jesus. Yo, he was all over that one. No more fastballs probably the rest of this inning. All right, change up low and away. Rodney's going to do that. We got him out on his front foot. We're going to back that up with another change up low and in this time around. And that is going to hang on us. But thankfully our opponent either just missed it or kind of got screwed over. I don't know which one it was. And that's going to be an out, isn't it? Yep, an absolute dot one hopper to the shortstop. That is out number 1. 1-12 off the bat. Jesus Christ. Acuna's turn right here. We got to go deep, and we are out in front again. Very early on 100 miles per hour. Cannot wait. Kinsler is turning it around big time this game. That is a double into the gap. This man went from a 125 batting average to now he's probably sitting close to 350. Hafner gets it through the hole. We're out in front again, no doubt, but that is Tony Gwynn and right. First and third, 2 down. A base hit gets 1 run. That's at least what I'm aiming for right now. And Sanchez is going to do what about half our team has done. Missiles it over to left field. Get ourselves out of the inning. No run score this time around. The slider, I have no idea how hard it comes in, so we're going to learn right now. And that hung on us just a bit, but Cody Bellinger is going to range over, get out number 1. All right, so one thing I did just notice, his slider and splitter are going to be the same speed. It's not exactly what I'm looking for, especially in a budget beast. Budget beast needs to have really good speed differentials to make up for his lack of hits in Ks per 9. So Greg Holland will be used sparingly in certain scenarios. Hopefully Acuna is going to make the play. He makes an amazing play at the wall. Saves us from at least a second and third scenario. I'm going to go ahead and now try and make him swing at this fastball. I feel like he's a little over aggressive. He is, because it was so far out of the zone. Yeah, he might have been on it, but again, it was out of the zone. Hits it weakly. Get ourselves out of the inning. Chipper hits it hard to the second baseman. That is going to be out number 1. 3-0, I'm green lighting this. We are green lighting it. I know he's going to give me something to hit. And guess what? Cody Bellinger delivers again. That's why I was green lighting it. I knew a fastball was coming, and I just set my timing just right for that one. Cozart's going to get that through the hole, it looks like, once the lag ends. But actually, I am wrong. It's going to be a line out to third. Springer, I have no idea where that's going. Is that gone? Or is it still in the park? It ends up being a home run. This lag is so irritating. I can't even get hyped when I'm hitting home runs. Oh, man, Edwin. I am so sorry. That was the one for you to hammer. God, again we missed it. All right, that time around, we didn't miss it. We absolutely smoked it into left. We are now up 12-3. Tell me Acuna got all of that one. We were probably just down front of that cutter. So, again, we are up by 9. Only 3 more outs to get. We blow this lead. I don't know what I'm going to do. All right, that's it. His slider has better movement. So, maybe Greg Holland is a Ken Giles 1.1 or something. I don't know, but I feel like I'm going to like Ken Giles more than Greg Holland. All right, change up low and in, and we hang it. But will Cozart make a great play? Come up gunning. He doesn't have the arm this time around. That's going to be a base hit. Slider. Yeah, go ahead and steal. It's all right. You're down by a lot. It's defensive indifference. I don't care if you steal. You got to score more than 1 run. All right, change up low and away to Giambi. Jesus Christ, is Hafner a better version of Frank Thomas? He's got a better gold glove. He's got better fielding. Hafner's the man. Player of the game for us today was Cody Bellinger. 4 for 5, 3 jacks, 3 runs batted in. Acuna was 3 for 6 with a home run, 2 RBIs. Chipper Jones, 2 for 5, a home run, a double, 2 RBIs. And George Springer on his last at-bat finally got it to go yard. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed today's content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, as well, the link for Proozy will be in the description down below. Go check him out. Sunglasses, jackets, hats, any sporting apparel, and also some clothes that you could call streetwear are almost all up to 80% off. Some will be 50, some will be 60, some will be 20, but they all are at great prices. Go check them out.